everybody, you're watching Cole the Cornstar. Hey Cole, have you been through the link in the description to pick up your Cornstar Farms merch? My own dad doesn't even buy my merch. Oh, just got done with the little morning meeting with Dad. We switched out SD cards, so now he has a fresh one, and I'm gonna sit down and edit for a couple hours. I have a meeting in 2 hours, and well, once I get done with this stuff, we're gonna see what we can tear into outside. It's 10:19. Let's see how fast I can do this. Ooh, FedEx guy's here. Packages. Christmas present for Cooper. Pretty sure I know what it is. Just a little contest behind this. First person who can guess what this is wins a Cornstar Farms t-shirt. The only hint I'm giving is that it was $39.
Me and Sable, we're gonna be scratching our head. Do you guys remember our tractor that accidentally fell in a hole when Cooper was out mowing hay? And it snapped the front end off. Well, we got a guy gonna bring us down the parts, but he's been kind of busy and stuff. I talked to him the other day, but we want to try to get the tractor home. So right now we're gonna figure out a way to try to lift this front end up of this tractor and get it home into the shop where it's warm. Oh, this tractor looks so sad. Ooh. Now we just gotta figure out how to lift it up and get it home.
Okay, now that I was rudely interrupted by the FedEx man, back to work. What? I like my applesauce, okay?
We're gonna have Sable take the tractor out to the field, see if we can get that little Massey lifted up, see if we can get a way figured out to get it home. We're not 100% sure how we're gonna get this tractor home, but we figured let's get out there, start messing with it.
Yes, I am interrupting the video right now because I have a bone to pick. Lately, when it comes to thumbs up on videos, we've been pulling in rookie numbers. So I have a little proposition for you guys. If every video gets 50,000 likes without me asking, you won't hear me hounding about it anymore. But if they don't get 50,000 likes, well, you're gonna have to put up with me reminding you. We got a deal? And by the way, when you're down there, don't forget to check to see if you're subscribed. And if you're not, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I post new videos. Okay, that was the bone I had to pick. Back to the video.
Hopefully the underneath of that tractor is pretty strong, or things won't be pretty. We're gonna try to lift the front end of the little tractor with a broken axle. I probably gotta get that front wheel off the ground because we're not gonna put anybody in that tractor.
Well, we got it out and we're gonna head home and put it in the shop. That didn't sound good.
We are trying to make room right now. We want to get that little Massey tractor in here so we can get it parked in a spot. That way this winter we can work on it. Hi there, Sock. There's Anna. Anna is not a real big fan of the cat. The other day when I moved this thing around, it felt so small compared to that other combine. I suppose I could drive in and hook the dually too and get it in here. So if it was crudding, I need to change the oil on that too, I suppose.
Well, it took a little bit longer than I expected it to. I am really ready to get out of the house, so let's slap the old boots on here and head down to the main heated shop, see what we can get tore up. Ah, it feels good to be out of the office. Ooh, it looks like Dad washed the dually. Cab looks a little dirty though. Sable blew off the 340, but it could use a power washing. And it looks like we could clean the cab. Ah, before we know it, we're gonna be out planting again. Okay, this is gonna bother me. Wow, they even blew off the lawnmower. Ooh, and it looks like the tire's still flat, but I think we found our problem. The combine is ready to go. We did trade this combine for the new one, so when they drop off the new one, they'll just take this one. We're gonna miss her. She's been a good machine. soon. The new combine should arrive next week. We had a deal with Readers that they would get it field ready before they delivered it. And actually, it's gonna work out pretty well because they had to fix a few things. On the new one, the black thing on the end was broken, so they replaced that. There were a couple bushings and bearings that needed replaced on the back end. The transition cone was worn out, as well as the feeder house chain. And that all came out to a $13,000 repair bill. But Readers said they were gonna stand behind that, so it should be field ready when it gets here. Ooh man, the old tracks on the Bobcat have seen better days. We're running a cheaper track on here right now. Since I'm doing so much scrapping, I run through a lot of scrap metal and that just tears them up, so it's silly to run an expensive track for that. And I know people are gonna ask me about the brand new yellow one. It's not ours. They brought it out last April as a demo. We ran it for 40 hours. And they just haven't came to pick it up yet. So that's the story with the yellow one. And it's really refreshing to see the 2745 out of the waterway. We got a new piece coming. It should be here any day. Then we'll be able to get this slapped back on. But other than that, this tractor shouldn't really need a whole lot. Didn't put a lot of hours on it this year. Could use a wax job though. The sprayer's been winterized, but the cab needs to be cleaned out. And then we need to drain these hubs and put in new oil in them. And then we'll get her greased up and we'll bring her over to the other heated shop. Cooper and I went through this entire back shelf and we took care of all the miscellaneous stuff. Now we just need to go through and reorganize. But speaking of organizing, I have a few ideas. This is messy. I'm not a fan. I would really like to pull out these shelves and then put pallet racking in this spot. And then honestly, I wouldn't be completely opposed to getting pallet racking for this entire wall. I'm not gonna go too in depth with that right now because I don't really have a final idea yet. I just have preliminary thoughts here. But I feel like pallet racking could really help with the layout of the shop. It would eliminate all floor clutter, and then we'd be able to organize things on the pallet rack so much nicer. Because ideally, I don't want anything on the concrete unless it's something that we're working on or a tool that we're working with. With pallet racking, we'd have so much more room available to hang up tools and to keep tools clean and organized. And let's say we need a combine bearing. We just go over to the pallet racking, we find the pallet that has the tote of combine bearings in it, we take the forklift, we lift that down, we find the bearing that we need, and then we go fix it, and then we just take the forklift and we lift that back up on the shelf. Everything would have a home. It'd be really clean, efficient, and organized, and it's a lot nicer lifting stuff up that's heavy with the forklift than with my back. I have a lot of head scratching to do with the layout of everything because walking back and forth to get tools is the most time-consuming thing we do in the shop, and so I really want to nail down the layout of everything. I just had to come down here and share some thoughts. I'm gonna go into the house early though, get some sleep tonight. I'm actually gonna get started at a decent hour in the morning. That way I can actually get some stuff done down here. Let's shut the lights off here and call it a night.
She'd had potato soup. And then in the potato soup, we had some real mashed potatoes. So I put the mashed potatoes in before I put the potato soup in. It's good stuff.
Anna's like, where's mine?